disagree.
The bottom line is this, Dad. I want to take this store in a new direction. Fashion is always evolving, and you know that.
Yes, but at Fisher's Menswear, we have always provided the mainstream conservative business styles that will always be in demand.
You've seen the books, Paul. You know that people are ordering less and less of that particular style. People are requesting trendier suits, ties, shoes, you name it. Don't be such a caveman.
Okay, don't be such a peacock.
Knock it off, you two.
We have an established clientele, Kurt. We run the risk of alienating them if you provide them with fewer choices.
You're making my point. I'm suggesting that we give them more choices.
Men like William Powers and John Banks, your friends, Dad, and customers of ours for over 40 years, couldn't care less about the latest fashions from Milan. In fact, it offends them when they see that stuff prominently displayed. Doesn't that tell you anything?
The fact that they've been shopping here for over 40 years tells me one thing. They won't be shopping here much longer. Before you know it, they'll be wearing white robes and playing with harps and...
Oh, that's nice. Do you realize how insufferably flippant you are?
Are you saying it's not true?
Well, what I'm saying is they're keeping us afloat right now, and they don't like the GQ stuff.
I know they don't particularly like it, Paul.
Don't particularly like it, they ridicule it. Haven't you heard them?
Yes, I have heard them, and I've also heard them say that they understand that we have to keep up with the current trends to stay in business.
Oh, well, I guess I haven't been privy to those conversations.
That's right. You haven't. And another thing you're probably not aware of is the type of conversation your mother told me that she had with a lady at the grocery store just a couple of weeks ago. Apparently, the lady began talking about her husband's taste in clothing, and your mother was just about to tell her about our store when the lady said something like, "My husband really likes the selection at Fisher's, but nearly every time he's in there, the brothers who run the place are sniping at each other, and it's just not a pleasant environment. So, lately, he's been shopping elsewhere."
See what I mean, Dad? The guy said he likes the selection. And Paul is so stuck in the past that I'm not so sure that he knows what it's going to take to keep this business going. And it kills me because I poured so much of myself into this business.
Oh, and I haven't.
Oh, you're on cruise control, Paul. Admit it. I believe that you'd let this whole thing go if you didn't have me pushing you. Let's face it, you're kind of lazy.
I'm lazy? I work more hours than you do. I fret about it more than you do. I've invested my life into this thing, just like Dad.
You're both missing the point. Neither of you has invested in this just like me. I sacrificed more than either of you know to make this business something that would bless our entire family for generations to come.
I know, Dad.
I know you think you do, Kurt, but you don't. You're not even really listening. You're just waiting for your turn to talk so you can make your point. You're ignoring the fact that I've already provided something of great value, the future of which will hopefully be entrusted to you, both of you. And I can't tell you how it pains and dishonors not only me, but this whole company to see you arguing and insulting each other, trying to prove that you have the right answer to preserve this establishment.
Well, if Kurt would just listen to me.
Hold it, both of you, and listen to me. And I mean really listen to me. Because if you don't hear anything else I've said, you need to hear this. A long time ago, I decided to do more than just give you jobs here. I made you partners. And ever since you made the choice to be involved in this business, I've shared the profits with you. Nobody forced me to do it. I've done it out of the only real obligation I've ever had to you, the obligation to love you. But if you two can't determine a way to work together for the future of this business, I have a couple of other candidates in mind. Your sons. They're already working together better than the two of you ever have. I overheard them talking the other day about the future of this business in a way that honored what will always be its foundation. But their vision, their hope, their passion, even though they're only teenagers, let me know how bright the future could be. And believe this, I'm not going to let you screw this up for them.
Oh, oh.